up, beautiful people? It is your baby mama, favorite baby mama, Stormy P. And this is another episode of Chocolate Chip and Sip, the modern day female perspective. Damn, son, back at it again. And guys, guess what? Dan isn't here today, but you know who the fuck is holding us down right now? It's my man Kev the Kid. Kev, how you doing, baby?
Hey, I'm hanging in there.
All right.
Bit of a struggle, but we're working.
Okay, I won't bother you too much today, all right? Did you have a good week?
Oh, it was great.
Okay,
great.
All right.
That's all I got to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that. Okay, y'all, so today we got a very special guest in the building, okay? Dancer, fitness instructor, I just added that in, studio owner, entrepreneur, philanthropist, my girl Cece. How you doing, Cece? Hey girl, hey. And one more time, hey girl, hey. First of all, I'm so happy to see you because I haven't seen you in years.
So good.
Girl, I was just saying, if y'all watching on YouTube, her skin looks fucking amazing. Like, you gonna have to drop the skincare routine. Like, I don't know if you got like skin products already lined up, but bitch, you need to start doing it.
Okay.
It looks flawless.
Thank you.
It looks healthy, luster. And I don't mean like, you know how when it was cold outside and your mom used to put a whole bunch of like Vaseline on your face?
Slam.
It's not that. It's like a glow, bitch.
Well, I hope I'm not pregnant.
Bitch, I do too. That shit is contagious. Get thee behind me, Satan.
What kind of glow is it?
Shit.
Let's clear up the glow.
Hold on, bitch. What kind of glow are you talking about?
But no, yes, you look fine.
You do too.
I don't know, I hope people meet you in real life, but it's not a catfish, okay? It's very much giving.
That's the clip right there. That's what we're putting out on the internet. Thank you, Cece. I haven't seen you in years, but you look just as amazing as you did then.
Thank you.
And your butt got bigger.
Yo, when people tell me that, I just feel like, oh my gosh, you'll see it.
I see
Like,
it.
you know the Nelly video.
Girl, I think my butt getting big. It did.
I've been working very hard. I've been eating. It's been great.
I'm going to ask you to routine. Yeah, he's excited too. All right. So I wanted to jump into a bunch of things today, but what I was most excited about is I know you do pole, right?
Do.
And you also teach pole, most importantly, right?
Do. Yes.
So you know all the craze right now is P-Valley. P-Valley everything, right? I think it definitely like brought a different light to pole.
Yes.
And I know the classes got to be ridiculous right now because everybody think they can be Mississippi.
It's definitely a cycle, but I have to give credit to P-Valley because I'm not going to lie. That's why I started pool. I didn't get in. I was late to P-Valley. I wasn't into P-Valley until the pandemic. So I was one of the people that I'm about to talk about.
I was one of the bitches I'm about to bash.
That part. But I think for me, it was easier because I have a dancer background. So it's like, when you have a background in athletics in general, when you translate it to something else, it's 100%. Well, not 100%, but I feel like it's a little bit easier. So I feel like for me, even when I was learning, like my instructor was like, damn, bitch, like, how you doing?
Yeah.
This shit
Yeah.
already. So I think most of the people that I teach, like, are my followers from Instagram and stuff like that. So they see my videos and then they're like, okay, bitch, you did that in like 2 weeks.
That means I can do that in 2 weeks too.
Like, bitch, no. You know, and it's like I'm not the fittest of them all, but I'm pretty active. So it's just like you just been doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's like the pandemic. We all been doing nothing, but it's like you've been really doing nothing.
You've been really sitting on your ass.
And you want to be M.I. crooked letter.
Yes! So one of the things that I thought was really cool was recently I had found out that, well, I always knew that Brandy or Mercedes does a lot of her own pole work, right? But recently I found out that they do have like pole doubles for a few of the girls.
Yes.
And even some of the ridiculous things that Mercedes does, she has a pole double too.
Yes. I feel like the first season she did most of her work. And then Mississippi, okay, so Mississippi stunt double, her name is Shelly Murdoch. When I first started pole, she has an app. So a lot of stuff that I learned was from her app.
Oh,
and
yeah.
She's Mississippi stunt double. But yeah, that's the crazy part. Another crazy part that I'm sorry to curve that, but do you know Little Murder and them have stunt doubles too?
Are you talking about like for their sex scenes?
Yes.
I wasn't surprised. I'm so happy that you brought that up because that is one thing that I wanted to transition into. So I don't know if y'all know, but Lil Murder is married.
Yes,
Like,
and so is Lil Turk. I don't know his name.
Trey something.
Trey,
yeah. So when everybody was like coming at them reckless, I'm like, yeah, but they literally have body doubles all the time. So I wasn't surprised that the two of them, especially once I found out they're using like pole doubles, I wasn't surprised at all that they were doing body doubles for them. And now, the last episode, y'all thought that he was doing that?
I wanted him to.
Why?
I guess for me, it's like, okay, I'm gonna be on both sides.
Okay,
but
okay. Talk to me.
But it's like, part of me is like, why not just have a gay or bi man play the role and commit to it? And it's like, back to Mercedes, right? That's what I respect about her, but I can't say that for the other actors because she's a dancer.
Yeah,
like I'm in this P-Valley group on Facebook and they was posting her dancing behind Katy Perry, like trying to clown her, but it's like, no, she actually was a dancer in the industry before P-Valley.
Can you talk about how sis just been getting coins for a minute, like through ads, catalogs, and dancing?
But like, I didn't know she like is the one, the Hip Hop and Hills whole like thing.
Yeah,
that was her.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, yeah, so it's like now we know her from P-Valley, but she been putting her work in.
Mercedes, Miss Brandy Evans, been getting a checkity check for a minute.
Love it.
For a minute.
Love it. But yeah, so I guess for her it's different, like I was saying, because she a dancer. So I guess we can't expect like Mississippi and them to do but so much because they're more so just actresses. So I don't know. But even for Uncle Clifford, he was just polling this past week.
You know what? First, before we get to Uncle Clifford, I do want to say, quick question.
Okay.
If your husband was casted as Little Murder,
okay,
would you want him to use a body double?
Okay. Well, now that I know that that's a thing.
Now that I know that's available.
Why not? Like, but I guess it's like if I married an actor at some point, I feel like there's going to be a compromise to things that he's going to have to, or she's going to have to do, whatever. But I guess it would be their comfortability, because I feel the same way, even for being a dancer. Like, I've been in relationships where it's like, oh, I don't like what the artist wants you to wear. Or I don't, even with pole, it's like, I've been single the whole time I've been pole dancing. I don't know if that contributes to it, but it's like you gotta pretty much be naked, to do the stuff that you need to do.
Yeah,
that part. So it's like, even for me to find somebody that's going to deal with the fact that, like, yeah, I'm going to post the video of me polling because it's fire, but my ass cheeks is probably hanging out the shorts. It's like, that might take a strong individual.
Now, do you think that actors who take on these homosexual roles or roles where they're involved with trans women like Luke James, do you think that they are better actors and they automatically get put up there with like Denzel, or no?
I think it's a different commitment. I think it's easier to act similar to who you are.
Right.
So for anybody that has to do something completely opposite of what they are, I feel like it kind of makes you a better actor in a way, because you're committing to something that you're
that's
not
not
with.
You.
Yeah. So kind of, yeah, like you, if we're starting at 0, you're automatically at 50, because how did you master this so well?
It's so crazy, because I feel like people always have a bunch to say about, Michael K. Williams, Luke James, and now, the guy who plays Lil Murder. And it's like, what y'all don't understand is for them to take on these roles and it's like completely not what they're used to. Like, this is next level stuff.
And then I feel like it affects their life. Like, so it takes a strong person to be willing to commit to that role and then have to deal with whatever else that comes with in their personal life. Because we get so committed to whoever their role is on this show, and then it's like I love when people DM. Like, I just saw somebody DM Lil Murder, and they was mad at him for cheating on Uncle Clifford or whatever, but it's like we get so invested in these shows, and I just feel bad for them sometimes because I'm like, you are a normal person.
Not even him. I feel bad for his wife.
Yeah.
And that's not to say it's anything wrong with being homosexual or it's anything wrong with taking these type of roles, but his wife has to hear that. Like, you know, your husband out here slobbing knobs, like, or, you know, all this other stuff. And it's like, bro, why you can't separate the art? Like, what's up? What's up with you? You
what
weird.
I am going to say about P-Valley that I appreciate is because I feel like women have been naked on TV and shows for since the beginning. So I appreciate that they be having a little dick on there because it's like, I don't know what else you gonna watch and you gonna see penis.
Sometimes it's frontal penis too. Hello.
And then last week it was swinging. Like, you're gonna see anything the woman got to offer. The man, we only saw the ass cheeks. It's like, thank y'all for slinging dick on TV.
You're so kind to us. But speaking of swinging dick, like you said, Uncle Clifford was on a pole. Can we give applause to Uncle Clifford? Come on. Now my whole thing is, I don't think that was a body double.
It was.
It was?
Yes.
Where y'all find somebody built like Uncle Clifford?
And I will show you. I have a picture with him. His name is Bentley Rebel. I just took a pole class with him. He is the fuck amazing.
Hell
like,
yeah!
when I tell you he has this video, and it's I wish I was a man. Like, that's what I'm saying. He just be giving. So yeah, I wanted it to be Uncle Clifford so
I did
bad,
too.
but he snitched on himself and told. But Bentley is amazing. So it's like, that's dope that they can incorporate because there are men that pull. And hopefully he pulls some more because Uncle Clifford's a badass.
Yes, I love Uncle Clifford. Shout out to Uncle Clifford and the actor who plays Uncle Clifford.
Yeah.
So P-Valley aside, we were speaking a little bit before we started recording, and you were telling me how you are also single.
I am.
So one of our favorite questions to ask here on Chocolate Chip and Sip is, what is the worst date that you have ever been on?
I feel like all of the dates I've been on.
I'll take all of them for 400, Alex. Thank you.
You know, honestly, I can't say that I've had a bad experience. I think what makes dates worse to me is like the anxiety that the man puts on me towards the end of the day. And I always tell this to my friend. It's like, I don't care what we do. We can go bowling, skating, out to eat, whatever, have a good old time. And then it's like, what you doing after this?
So what you about to do? You gotta go home to your kid. What you got going on? You got a sitter. He with his dad.
Who you stay with?
Who you stay with grinds my gears the most.
And it's like, why can't we just have this good exchange? And then we'll probably have another. And then I could be like, yeah, no,
Dum.
like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just that makes it so bad to me that I just feel like every day ends like that, so they're all the fucking worst.
Oh.
And it's like, even if I wanted you to come over, you just ruined it.
So what is the correct what is the correct way for a man to end the date with you?
Okay, well, see, they all be bad to me, so I just meet you there. It's been to I don't even get picked up no more, so I feel like if I let you pick me up from my place, I'm already kind of like, what's up? So if you have to take me back to my home, I just feel like, shut up, and then we'll pull up, and then it'll be like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like a vampire. You have to invite them in.
Yeah. And see, okay, now I smoke, so I'm going to find out if you smoke too. Now, if you do, it's going to be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? We can go smoke. If you don't smoke, I'm probably going to find another way, but I'm going to invite you in. But at any point that you're like, oh, can I use your bathroom?
You should have pissed before we left. Hold your bladder, nigga. Hold it.
It's not Waffle House. Like, no, you can't.
It's funny that you say that because it's a right way and a wrong way for me to find out what you do, right? I don't like within the first 15 minutes of us getting to know each other through text or whatever, you know, us communicating. If all your communication is, yo, how was your day? You smoke? You drink? Nigga, what else? Like, is this all the conversation? I don't like that. Like, I feel like a majority of men feel like the best way to get to know you is to ask, how was your day? You smoke, you drink, and then that's it. where's the conversation?
It's the worst. And it's to the point where I just say I don't like small talk. Like,
wait a minute.
It's to the point where
that's dangerous. You tell a man you don't like small talk and he gonna send you a picture of his dick. Am I lying?
No.
Exactly. That's dangerous. Hold on.
But that's not necessarily what I mean. It's just like, I don't want you to, what you doing, how was your day, me every day. Like, I want you to ask me, I don't fucking know, why did I decide to wear this orange shirt today? Like, I want you to ask me, which route did I take to work?
That's real. The best way to get to know me isn't asking me what you doing every day.
What? Like, how am I supposed to answer this question? And then it's like, even if you say, how was your day? It's like, depending on at what point you're asking me that question, so many things have happened in my day. I don't even know what thing to pinpoint. And you're not even deep enough to ask me a more intellectual question so that I could be like,
Like, dog, my whole thing is you ask me, how was your day? You really want me to tell you I left my tampons at home, so then I had to go in the bathroom and makeshift my own? You don't want to know that. So why don't you ask me something the fuck else?
Here we go. You like dive a little deeper. And that's what I mean by small talk. Like, ask me a fucking meaningful question. I really don't want you to ask me what you're doing. I really don't want you to be like, good morning, have a great day, queen.
I feel like people have definitely spoken on this before, but I got a caveat. When people text me Grand Rising, it really upsets my ancestors for some reason. Like, the deep pits of my soul want you to go to hell, right? Now, here's my caveat.
Okay.
When you say just rising,
Okay.
for some reason it's different.
Wow.
I don't know. It's not different.
No, I hate it. And I was talking to this man. Oh my God, he was one of them rising people, not the grand, just the rising. And he would get upset that I would say good morning, to the point where I just changed my whole good morning with everybody, because I'm like, God damn, if I fuck up and say good morning, like, everybody gotta get.
So what did you say?
I used to say blessings with the little like golden emoji.
Praise be.
Cause like, you blessings, can take that
blessings, my Lord. Blessings, my Lord.
I feel like it has range. Like, depending on who I'm saying it to, you could be like hallelujah, or you could just be like my crystal. I don't know. I just feel like it had range to it.
This bitch in the chat talking about blessed be the fruit. What? Who?
But that died, so I'm heavy back on a good morning.
Wait, time out. Time out. Not that ended. That died. There's no going back. That died.
That's a toxic trait of mine. People die.
But you know what's crazy? I actually had to tell myself that my ex died to get over him.
Okay, I don't know.
I told myself
if this is too much, but I killed my ex as well. But he had a very dope relationship with my son. And my son just kept inquiring about this dead man. So I had to kill him off to my son. And
I want you to know the people that know me are fucking hollering right now.
Okay.
They are crying right now.
My friends think I'm the worst person ever. I'm like, he's dead. And they're like, you told him what? And I'm like, I had to, because it's just like, what else am I going to say that's going to stop you from inquiring about him? Like, I can't say he moved because you're smart. You're going to be like, let's go. Like, he's dead.
I did not tell my son he was dead.
You're better than me.
But I did tell myself, like, he's dead. And then the crazy part is, once I told myself, like, he died, it allowed me to grieve him and move on.
That's the same thing I went through.
Thank you.
I suck because I involved the poor child.
What? My son would just keep asking about it. I'm like, I don't know. His phone ain't working.
But he has never asked again. I will say it works. So
I don't know. Does it work? Is telling yourself and your children that your partner has died a good way to move on? Kevin, what do you think?
I feel like that's a lot to process right now. I feel like I don't even know how to think about that.
Did it work? Yes or no?
I mean, it did work, so it's got to be a good thing.
And I feel like the child's age definitely matters, because I feel like if my kid was like matured older child, he would have been like, Mom, what the fuck? And also, if he was a mature older child, I would have been like, listen, because I don't even think my son identified that we were like in a relationship. I just think that we were two people. Like,
I think my son definitely knew what was going on, and my man was definitely well aware of when we were broken up. Like, he was definitely heavy on trying to console, to the point where I would just tell his dad, like, yo, just let him stay a few more days if you don't mind. He was like, yeah, no problem. But like, I think the funniest part of it all is like, you know, when my son would check in, like, you cool? And I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. And he just go back in his room and go like, hey down, like randomly, you know? But you know, you live and you learn. Yeah. And if you are struggling with your breakup, tell yourself they're dead.
Kill him. Pick up and kill him.
Kill him.
It works. I mean, we are too.
I feel like you copped out a little bit because I still didn't hear the worst date.
Like, all right.
Oh, okay. Or what was it that you
guy
went on and you was like, I'm never seeing this person again?
This guy took me to the park, and I really thought it was like thoughtful. Like, he took me to the park and we were like talking, and like the ice cream truck came and we got ice cream, and it was very fucking adorable. And then I later found out he took me to the park because he was married, and that's probably the only place we could have went and been safe.
Hold up.
So like, that's what I'm saying. I've never had bad experiences in the moment. It's always like the after effect that's like, what the fuck?
Question: how did you find out he was married?
I mean, okay, I investigated.
Don't be modest. Say what you did, girl.
I did some digging, and I didn't have to do much. And along came this wife, and he denied, and I dug.
Now, did you see pictures of them? Did he say they were separated? Like, what was it?
He claimed that they were never married.
Allegedly.
And I found the marriage certificate.
Wait, hold on. You can't just zoom past that, okay? He said they were never married, and then you found a marriage certificate. By chance, where does one find a marriage certificate?
Well, fortunate for me, his wife was very joyful of their
Because why wouldn't she be?
Right.
She's married.
Exactly. So she posted it on Facebook. Like, it wasn't, I'm not that deep. Like, I wish the story was better. But yeah, it was in her photos. Like, click. Wow. And of course, it had like emojis over certain information, whatever. But her name and his name was very much visible.
How did you find the wife?
I feel like he had 2 Facebooks.
I feel like drop some knowledge, because there's some girls out here who need to know these tips.
Okay.
What advice can you give?
I just went through the people. I mean, I feel like girls do the same thing. You go to a picture, you go through the likes, and you go through a couple of I sound really crazy right now, but you go through a couple of pictures, and then you see like, oh damn, this person done liked a couple of these pictures, and then you look at that person. I mean, once I found her, their last names were the same. I clicked on her page, her profile picture was them.
Y'all niggas stupid.
If I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to suck it.
Agreed, Betty White. Like, what?
And then I realized he had another Facebook, which on that Facebook, his profile picture was them. But the Facebook that I received from him was, I guess, a side burner page.
I know the fake Instagram pages are called Finstas. What are the fake Facebooks called? For Facebook? For Facebook.
Dumbass. Like, I don't know.
Word of the day is for Facebook.
For Facebook.
Synonyms include dumbass. What?
Yeah, so dating for me is not been good. I indulged in dating apps for some time, and it was this guy, very fine on the app, tall, dark, handsome, full beard. Like, it looked like you could just comb your fingers through it from his profile.
Yeah.
We then met in person, and I don't know what the shit is called, but you know when it's like shellacked on their face, the
Beijing?
There we go.
He had Beijing in his beard?
Full Beijing. Like, over the lip, like everything.
Oh my God, did you kiss him and it started smearing?
I was very much like this far away from him the entire time.
So in his pictures though, it didn't look like Beijing.
No. Like, I don't know what happened. Like,
What if he was trying to impress you? Some guys still wear Beijing.
But I couldn't see the hair. Like, it just was not.
It just looked like somebody took a Sharpie.
Yes. Like, I can tell when you kind of, like, line it up.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It was full tar.
I just want to say, men, if you are out there right now and you do use Beijing, there is a difference between lining it up and filling it in.
Less is
Okay?
more.
Women don't mind if you're lining it up. We don't want you to fill it in and look like somebody took a Sharpie and just hit you up. We don't like that. We don't like that.
So yeah, I can't even remember that.
You
date.
better than me. The whole day I'd have been staring at that shit just like this.
I was staring at everything else. And he probably was a nice person. I can't even attest to it because I was just so everywhere else the entire time. It's been
Did y'all
very
go out to
bad.
eat? What did y'all do?
We went out to eat. He actually was not a good person because it was cold and he wanted to sit outside because they had like those fire pit things, but it was producing no heat. And now I'm sitting here cold and upset because you catfished me. Like, your beer is a catfish. Like,
Does that make him a catfish? I feel like the way you described it, like before you got to see him in person, I feel like that does make him a catfish because you made it seem like it was really, really nice and really, really full.
very full. And it was like a multiple pictures. It wasn't even like one picture. And it was like, okay. It was like slide beer. And then in person, it was like,
What if he has alopecia?
Okay.
What about that, Cece?
okay,
What about that? Alopecia lives matter.
I'm sorry.
I'm with you, Jada.
I'm sorry. Oh, shit.
Let me smash.
Shit, Jada, hell yeah. Her
I'm
and that bald head can get it too.
If that's the case, I'm very sorry, but I feel like that should have been a topic of discussion because, like I said, I don't like small talk.
So what's a good way for him to bring up, hey, I think you're really cool, but just so you know, I Beijing my beard.
like, I feel like if my profile, I had double D's and I show up to the date as I am, rightfully so, I should explain to you. I got a breast reduction.
Yeah.
I use a Facetune ad, whatever the shit's called.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel like I should explain that to you. And then just like on Catfish, like when they meet them in person and it's not the person, it's like, okay, I have an opportunity to like kind of still see if you want to fuck with me. Like, it's not me, but
Speaking of Facetune, right? So if you don't know, Facetune is an app that allows you to edit and enhance your photos.
manipulate.
I'm talking about everything from make your hair longer, make your waist smaller, make your boobs bigger,
Skin
clear, face shape differently, everything, right? So what do you do when you are scrolling through your timeline and you see a woman who has done a bad job editing her photos? Like, you can see the background is fucked up. She done pulled in her waist too much. Like, what do you do?
I wonder if other people see what I see. Now, I frequent comments to see if other people feel how I feel. I don't really necessarily care about the engagement with the person. I'm like, God damn, if I feel like this shit is a mess, let me just see if somebody, and 9 times out of 10 they do. But, and then sometimes I scroll
Gotta
in
scroll,
with the 2
zoom in.
fingers just to make sure I'm not tripping because it's like, whatever you gotta do, like, and I understand Instagram is a hustle or a job to some people, so like fine tune your check, whatever. But I just feel like be good at what you do because I shouldn't be able to tell that you fixed your waist.
So my whole thing is, whenever I see somebody background is fucked up, I always screenshot it, circle it, and then send it to them. And I say, hey, queen, just so you know, fix this right here real
This
quick.
is the second time you're better than me.
Right? No, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I will want somebody to do it to me. Like, sometimes the period be given and I be looking 5 months pregnant. Like, if you see it,
now, are
send it
these
to me and let me
regular
know.
people?
Now, I'm not gonna lie. So far, I have done it to 3 people that I do know.
Okay, 'cause
I've either worked with or you know
Okay.
I'm a cool in person with.
I don't know everyday people that that Facetune. I'm talking about like the girl Diera or something like that. She just didn't check one of her pictures recently, like, or maybe it was her editors because she probably don't even do the shit herself. But I was like, I wish y'all took another second because this last slide, it wasn't. But I can't DM her because they're not gonna open my DM, so that's pointless.
Now I do want to say I did lie. It was one girl. I didn't send it to her, but I did send it to her manager. And I
Okay.
said, yo, tighten up.
Okay, that counts though.
That counts. I'm helping your bag.
well,
You're
at
welcome.
least I know if I ever decide to use Facetune and it's fucked up,
I'm gonna send it to you.
gonna-
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm like, yo, real quick. This, right? And I'm gonna circle it so you know what I'm talking about.
Exact, and then I'm
Right
gonna
here.
edit that part
And then
repost
put it back out.
There we
Put
go.
it right back out.
Do you know you can edit? Yep, I'm so probably late, but you can edit if you post multiple pictures. You can go in and edit and delete one of the multis.
What? Yes. No. Let me.
Now I figured it out. Now this is a little late, but when Sweetie was messing with Lil Baby, she had posted a collage.
I did
of
see
pictures,
that. Yes.
and she originally had him involved in it, and then magically the picture of them disappeared. So then I go into my regular ass Instagram, and I'm like, oh freak. Because, you know, sometimes you post like 5 pictures because you think they're all fire. And then it's like, I really wish I didn't post this one. Or I wish
see
I didn't
this.
start.
I'm looking at it right now. I didn't know that. So if you have a post on your page right now on Instagram and it's multiple pictures in it, in your top left corner, you're going to see a little trash can. And you can delete one of those
Just
pictures.
put your own game.
Boom. Hell yeah. So the post I actually was looking at was from Be Your Guest. Have you
Okay.
ever heard of that?
No, I was about to act like I did.
So it's basically like a concert series. And my nerd is about to come out, y'all. Fair warning. Spoiler alert. It's a concert series, but they
Okay.
only play Disney songs and like 90s and 2000s.
Is that what you were at the other day?
Yeah.
Oh, I was living for that.
It was so
Okay.
much fun. So I'm talking about like Cheetah Girls, Aladdin, Frozen. They play like some Nickelodeon
into
joints
that.
too.
Okay,
It was
okay.
they're coming back in September. If you want to go, we
Hell
can go.
yes.
But like people dress up. Everybody wears their Disney ears.
I'm here for that.
A vibe, right?
Okay.
I had so much fun, but I would not be me if I didn't get on this platform and let some of y'all know y'all was fucking stinking in there. Y'all was stinking. And I couldn't figure out if it was because some of them were really young or for because some of them were really pale. But either way,
Now, when you say stinking,
onions. Not cheese, not coochie. Just onions.
was there central air?
Yeah, I don't remember. I couldn't focus on that. I'm not gonna lie.
Was it like overpopulated or was it space?
No, it wasn't. It
Oh.
at one point it was pretty populated, but there were spaces where you could dip out to and breathe for a second.
Okay.
But I was just surprised at how bad these people they was stinking. They was stinking. And I just want to say, this is like my second week in a row talking about people stinking, y'all. It's not me. And I don't know why my nose is so sensitive, but I'm grown. Before I go out, last week I was talking about somebody stinking.
Oh, okay.
Before I go outside, I make sure, you know,
Yes.
I'm the part.
You should.
But yeah, they was stinking in there. But it was so much fun. Like,
Okay.
if stinking aside, granted, those people, you know, not to say they're going to be stinking next time. I definitely would recommend it. And they're coming back to Philly in September. I want to see all you there. Boom.
I would love to go.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay. I just hope that it doesn't stink.
Where do you meet guys now?
I don't.
Yeah.
I unfortunately just downloaded Hinge again, and it's
Girl!
it's a fake dream. I
Girl!
just like to live in a fake dream. I don't. Where can I go? Do you have any suggestions?
Bitch, I'm on Hinge too. I don't know. I ain't got nothing for you. I was hoping you was going to give something to me.
Damn.
But you know what? I have been doing research.
Okay.
And because, you know, I'm always trying to better myself and better our listeners, our viewers.
Mm-hmm.
And there are different things that we can do.
Okay.
Apparently, we are supposed to go to the places that we want our husband to have interest in. And go there and then find them there. Right?
Okay.
I've also was told that charity events are a good spot.
Wow.
Yeah. And I never even thought of that.
Nope.
I've never thought about going to a charity event. So find something that you're interested in, look it up and see when the next time they have a charity event and go.
Attended.
And
Okay,
smooch.
now why am I here?
I am here, like I said, find something that you're interested in. So I'm here to
Okay.
support the cause and also hopefully find my husband.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
and
you
it's-
care about this too? You care about fucking orcas too?
And I'm
Hell
like,
yeah, they
I'm
make my
just-
pussy wet.
Yeah,
Boom,
like,
now we're
I'm
married.
just- wow.
See?
Okay. I think I could do a lot better with that because the only place I see men is the gas station, the market, and
Not the gas station. The gas station men are ridiculous. Did you see that post? It was like, It was like when you tell the guys at the gas station you got a boyfriend, and they be like, "Your man don't let you have friends."
Yeah, that just happened to me.
If I was your man, I would never have you out here pumping
your own
gas.
gas.
Do y'all think this worked? I just honestly,
It's very sad that it still continues. Like, I feel like that should have died a long time ago. Y'all should have
time
some
ago.
type of new game, but
Yes.
y'all don't. It gets worse, and then it's just really sad. And then it's like, well, what if my man is making the money to put the gas in my car?
what if my man is disabled?
Well, there's that.
What if my man is in a wheelchair? What if he fought for our country and he's now disabled? Fuck
Then I
you.
guess they have a point.
Fuck you. You're unpatriotic. My man, he made the ultimate sacrifice.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck y'all.
Damn.
Listen, shout out to the American Disability Act and everybody who's.
That part.
I'm out, y'all. Fuck this. So, you know who Lil Scrappy is, right?
Yes.
And you know who Shay is,
Yes.
and you know who Mama D is.
Yes.
So, Shay
feel
recently had a baby.
Typically, I don't know people.
I feel black. Shay recently had a baby.
Okay.
And Mama D posted like, "Oh, my glam baby, so beautiful. I'm so happy to be a glam mom."
Okay.
Right? I feel like if your mom is still cool with your ex after y'all break up, you was the problem.
100%. All of my ex's moms are still cool for me.
Ah!
I was never the problem.
Nothing else to me makes sense.
But I mean, we seen him be the problem on TV, and then the mom is also a little different. So
Is this because of her BBL at age 62?
there's that.
Okay.
There's her making music.
I can't remember her song right now, and I'm so
I can't
mad.
even, I want to so bad.
I gotta Google it. Go ahead.
There's just a lot with her that I feel like you do too much.
In that order. Okay, I remembered it. Go ahead.
But I also feel like saying that because she's so different that he might not have been the problem.
What do you mean?
She's so throw off that like she likes toxic
Shay
energy.
or Mama D?
No, I'm saying, okay, so what I took from what you're saying is because she's cool with Shay, Scrappy was the problem.
Yes.
But I'm saying because Mama D is so thrown off, Scrappy may or may have not been the problem. Like, he has a little leeway because of how his mom is a little through. Now, anybody else, that theory sticks.
Yes, I agree.
Except for Jim Joe's mom. She also qualifies for...
So if your mom's thrown off, that
you have a little range.
Okay. Catch 22. Okay, cool. We're gonna stamp that. We're gonna make that a new rule.
Because it's like she could just be obsessed with it. And that's what Mama D gives me, like, kind of
You
obsessed
think so?
with. Yeah.
I think sometimes parents get more invested in a relationship
Then
than
maybe that's the better
the
way
kid.
to say it. Mhm.
Yeah, and that could have been something she really wanted to play out with. You like,
I mean, and she could, but do she post Bambi kids like that? Like, was she?
if she do it, don't make the shade room. I don't know what you want me to say.
I don't think the women that actually had his kids get that much love that she gave Shay. So it's like, yeah, to her, that's probably the one that got away, or the one that she wanted to produce her grandkids.
Kevin.
Yeah.
I was supposed to sing you this before the show started. If I sing you something, can you play the audio in about 10 minutes when I ask you to?
I might be able to.
Okay. Well, we're gonna talk for a bit, but
Okay.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah,
either
that's
way.
fine. I'll figure a way.
I'll figure a way.
You go.
Please. You want me to send it to your text or you want me to send it to DM?
Text.
Well,
Or DM. Either way.
okay. Just so y'all know, Kevin's Instagram is Kevin M as in Mary Ward WARD 12. And yeah, go fuck with Kevin.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. Anyway, so one of the questions that I wanted to ask you, and I'm so mad that I didn't at the top of the episode, what's like the hardest thing about like teaching pole?
I just think people have the wrong aspirations, and I think that's how we got on the whole P-Valley
Yes,
topic. Like,
yes, that's why I want to get back to it.
They see these characters, and they're like very much relatable or whatever, and then they're like, okay, I want to do that. And again, like you said, most of them have stunt doubles, so they're not even doing that. And then it's like it takes so much for them to be able to do that. So I think that's the hardest part, like bringing people to reality of like you have to do all of these things before you can even do that. And like inverting, that's pretty much going upside down. It's very hard for people to invert like when they first start polling. So most of the stuff that people want to do comes out of an invert or you're upside down. So it's like you can't even get your ass on top of your head.
Can you do a push-up? Me? No, I'm saying like women.
Yeah, like yeah.
Can you do a push-up?
Like no, you really have to be able to do push-ups. But it's very much learnable. Like when pole teachers or whatever say like you don't have to come in the game with strength, like you can literally build yourself up. That's very true. It just, if you have some type of background from something athletic, it probably would make it a little bit easier. But I truly believe anybody can pole.
Anybody can pole. Hashtag anybody can pole. Another thing I really want to get to because it holds a special place in my heart.
Okay.
How tall are you?
Oh God. I mean, on record, 5'10".
Okay. Do you have a height limit when dating?
Damn. I do, and I frequently go back and forth about like, damn, am I ever gonna find the person, the height that I want? Because I say all the time, tall niggas like short bitches, and it's just, what the fuck is going on? The math isn't mathing.
Girl, okay. What's your height limit?
Okay, like I at least want you to be my height. And that's still like, like I want you to be a little bit taller than me. Like I don't
know why that checked so late in me, but
I had this whole phase where I was like, I don't like heels because I don't want to be taller than men. Like fuck that shit. Like I'm wearing heels, I'm going to be tall as shit. And it's like I don't mind being taller than you when I have heels on, but in real life, like I want you to, I want to look up. I want to be like,
so here's my whole thing.
Okay.
I'm not as tall as you, but I'm 5'7".
Yeah, that's pretty tall.
I prefer a man
Okay.
who is at least 6'2", because when I put heels on, I still want you to have some height, right?
Okay.
Now, honestly, it's not my fault.
Okay.
It's these niggas' fault.
What's their fault?
Because I meet these men who are 5'10" and under, and then when I put heels on, they get insecure.
They do.
Why you need to wear heels today? Like, I don't even feel like this is one of those events you need to wear heels on.
Very
you got to
much.
have heels on all the time. Like, and this is not everybody.
No.
I'm just saying a majority of the men that I have encountered that are 5'10" and under have this Napoleon complex. So the best way to avoid that, I'm shooting for 6'2". If I miss and hit 6 foot or 5'11", they still gonna be comfortable.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But to me, I feel like it's you niggas.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What do you get more, men shorter than you or men taller than you that approach you?
That approach me, I'm going to say it's equal.
Okay.
It's equal.
Because for me, it's definitely shorter than me. It's given like, you know, when they say they like to climb a tree or however that saying goes, I get like, and they be in person and they be coming hard and I just be like,
you're so cute.
Sir,
Look
I
at you
feel like
trying.
this-
You're so cute. my thing is though, like, my frustration is I feel like you 5'5" bitches be trying to take all the 6'2" niggas.
There we go.
Y'all don't even need these.
Y'all
This
don't.
is for us.
I mean, I could say you don't either, but I feel the argument.
Whoa, bitch! I thought we was on the same team. Goddamn, same team, man.
Argument, but then it's like, all right, now I got 3 inches on you, so if you take the 6'2" nigga, it's like what I get.
Well, that means you gotta have boundaries, bitch.
Damn.
See, it's not my fault. I enforce my boundaries.
I do. Like when I'm on Hinge, I put the height to 6 feet or higher because.
I will not match with anyone who's under 5'10".
No, because then you had the people that don't even put the height on their profile, and it's like that's very much giving her short.
It's very much. You know what? If you don't put your height on your dating profile, if you don't put your kids' status on your
Correct.
profile, if you don't put sometimes your occupation, it depends how handsome you are.
Okay,
It's a red flag for me.
I agree. I totally agree because it's like you had the option to tell me that you had 4 kids, and you decided to make your profile appear as if you're a single man in society, and then it's like you now want me to understand that you have 4 children that you withheld from sharing. That doesn't make sense.
Also, if all your pictures are pictures of you with other people, red flag.
That shit is stupid.
Red flag.
And then really stupid when it's the first picture, because now I gotta go on a scavenger hunt and
I don't
figure
feel
out
like it. I'm not
who's
swiping
in
down.
the same.
I'm automatically not matching.
There you go.
Not doing it. Not doing
I'm
it.
giving you 3. I'm giving you 3 pictures. If by the third it's still a yearbook, it's like, what the fuck?
And why the fuck are we still doing yearbook pictures? And you know what I really hate? I really hate. How many wedding pictures is you gonna put in here?
Wow. And it makes me feel like shit because I haven't been to that many weddings, so I'm like, God damn.
And then it makes me wonder why you on this
There we
profile
go.
when all your friends are getting married.
There we go. What's wrong with you?
Why are you not following the trend? And then you know what? Maybe we're being unfair. Maybe this is them trying to find it. But it's not what it's giving. It may be true, but it's not what it's giving.
4 weddings and they're all your best friends, and you were in all 4 of them. And where did all 4 of them find their wives that you can find one too?
And you know what? This is another thing that I want to start doing. I personally want to start hanging around people who are married or in relationships.
Okay, but why?
Because I feel like birds of a feather flock together.
Everybody that's married tells you not to get married.
Here's my caveat though.
Okay.
The people who are in these serious relationships and who are married that I want to hang around, they're going to be people who think the way I think.
Okay.
Not people who got married because we've been together 7 years. You might as well do it.
Well, no. I feel like people that have long, respectable, fought through whatever the like, and I'm not saying he cheated, she cheated, blah blah. I'm saying like really have hardcore marriages. They still be like, don't get married.
I don't know. My problem is,
and I very much want to get married.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
And then married people. Okay, so you know married people that be outside?
This is what I was going to say.
Okay.
Notice I said I don't hang around them now.
All right.
What I was going to say is I want to find whatever community you fucking secretive ass motherfuckers are having where all the I know it's happily married people just all hanging around with each other. Like they're all in a commune or some shit.
I don't think so.
And they're protecting each other.
I think they are just not lucky, because lucky is like not the word that I want to use, but I just like feel like certain people move with certain intentions. Like, and there's people where their career is their intention, their children is their intention, their hobby is their whatever, however you want to spin it. And then there's some people that like having a life partner and creating a family, and then whatever else happens, that's their intention. So I just feel like the people that get married, if the man proposed,
do for her man everything.
He had a different
It's okay.
intention.
Kevin's queuing up the thing.
Okay.
Asked him to.
He had a different intention, and we just haven't experienced people with that intention.
Because they're hiding in the commune.
So then they're already married.
Yeah, but I feel like if I find like a solid group of people who are married and happy, they gotta like suggest me to somebody.
Okay, so what if your husband is married right now?
Ooh, that's a good question. If my husband is married right now, I hope you wake up and realize that hoe ain't the one for you. Okay, you probably laughing at this bitch corny ass jokes. You got a real clown right here waiting for you. Do what you need to do, bae. Do what you need to do.
Okay, now this one is probably not the best, but what if your husband died?
I don't believe that.
Okay.
I think if my husband died, I would have met him before he died. He did die, my ex-boyfriend.
There we go. I really think about that, because I'm like, all right, if it's a matching game, but like, what if people get knocked out the board, and it's like, did you just sacrifice your person, or does your person switch?
I think if it's destiny, you still would have to get to that point where he was your husband. And then afterwards he can die.
Okay.
But if he dies before y'all even meet.
Die before, because I don't want you to die.
You don't want to go through that again.
No. The first time was bad enough.
I can't be another widower. I can't. I can't be another widow. I can't.
It's too much.
It's too much. God damn it.
Okay, so we'll...
Name of the pod is Death Before Dishonor.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry to go back. So where could we go to find these men? Because you were saying we need to go to places that they like or things that they do. What do they like to do?
So I was told, and I read, think of all the things that you want your future husband to do or to enjoy. Right? So I'm like, oh, well, I want my future husband to like oysters.
Okay.
I want him to
Love
be
oysters.
girl, me too. I eat them like fucking chips. Like I'll hit a happy hour and eat a Stone Cold 48 by myself, just because. But we gotta have an oyster date then.
Yes, we do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, maybe before that little Disney concert thing. You see how this come all together?
That can be like a date.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like the pregame.
Hell yeah.
I'm here for that.
I want my man to like oysters. I want
Okay.
my man to enjoy reading. I want my man to have a social cause that he cares about. That's how I got to the charities. And I want him to be active.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, well, I'll hit an oyster bar by myself, or I'll go downtown to a fucking convention, like the Blurred convention, the Black Nerd convention, because that shit I like. That shit I would like want him to like. I ain't go to that one, but I'm thinking of things that I really want my man to do, and I want to try to start going there.
Okay. See, I like to go on solo dates and just hope that someone is gonna come up to me and just sweep me off my feet.
So last year was the first time I started going on solo dates.
Okay.
Bitch, it's amazing.
The best thing.
I don't know why nobody told me about this before, and I'm gonna tell you why. Honestly, for me, not just because it's peace of mind, and I don't gotta worry about nobody asking me who ordered the gratuity.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
But also because I found when I go out on solo dates, people send me drinks. People are so happy. The waitress, the staff, everybody is so inviting. People at the bar try to talk to you. Solo dates is the shit.
I love them. Like, I do them very frequent. Like, they are the best thing ever. And I was my mom's only child until I was 16, so I'm very much a loner. So I just like to be by myself. Anyway, that's probably another reason I'm single, because it's like, why are you in my face? But I love solo dates. I just feel like I get to order whatever the fuck I want. I can just drink whatever I want, and I don't really have friends where I have to worry about like how we split the bill. Like, I could order oysters and you can have a salad, and we be like, bitch, we splitting it. Like, that's how my friends are. So shout out to you all. But it's just something about being by myself, and just, let me get a bottle of wine. Let me do this. Let me try something I never tried before. Like, it's just the shit. So y'all should definitely try that.
Ladies, if you're listening, this week, if you are not in a relationship, or maybe next week, I want you to go on a solo date. Tap back in with me. Tell me how your solo dates was. I want to discuss.
And it could be anywhere. Like, you don't have to be as extravagant as to get oysters. Like, you can, Starbucks is kind of lame, but you can go to Starbucks, and get you a little croissant and sit there. But the point is to be alone.
Yes.
A lot of people don't like being alone.
Yeah. And I think that's a large problem with today's society. Everybody's jumping into things or hanging on to people because they don't want to be alone.
I want to be alone, because I don't, but I enjoy my own space.
I really hope those are fireworks. Hope you guys can hear it on the mic.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'm getting ready for the weekend.
Kevin, do you have that all queued up for me?
Yes. I
Okay.
do.
So now we're going to get into the edible portion of the show, Kevin.
Oh.
You got it, Kevin.
Okay.
One more time.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get into the edible portion of the show. Okay, so the edible portion is when we discuss things that people sent in, or they write in questions, or they just want us to talk about certain topics that they might need advice for. Okay, so this video was sent to me, and it's basically Jazzy talking about submissiveness, right?
Let's go.
All right, so Kevin, whenever you get a chance, just hit that for me.
What does a submissive woman do for her man?
Everything.
What does that mean?
You know, like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. And like, I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it.
Ooh.
I mean, he's spoiled.
Yeah.
And you know, when I talk to my girlfriends about it, I was like, oh, how you guys doing? And I'm just like, girl, he's rotten.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's spoiled rotten. Like,
can cut it
he's
right there,
rotten.
Kevin.
But I love that. Like, I want him to be that.
So would you like to touch on this?
I'm so glad you played this because I saw this clip earlier. I live for that for her. I feel like I would love to experience someone to have me in that space. I can't say that I relate because I've never been there, but I aspire to be.
It's very important that you say in that space, right? So I think the narrative for African American women especially is that we don't submit or we have all this back talk when it comes to submissiveness and blah blah blah. I feel like yes, black women do have a problem with the term submit. For some reason it doesn't sit well in our spirit, and I'm not sure if it comes from past traumas or slavery, whatever the case may be, but for some reason the word submit does not sit well in our spirit, right? So the second thing that I want to say was every black woman that you will meet is capable of submitting,
Very much so.
but we only submit when you show you're worthy of submitting to.
Correct.
And don't get me wrong, just like we're the only culture where you have to dog your woman out for her to prove her worth and stick around and blah, 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 blah.
Very much so.
The same, on the flip side of that, we're the only culture where it's like, yo, you got to show me you're worth submitting to. I'm not just going to submit from the jump. Like,
Agree. And I feel like that is another reason why I'm single, because I always say to like myself, and it could be manifestation or whatever you want to call it, but I'm like, my next relationship is going to make me soft. Like, and even to like touch on all the things that you said in the beginning that I am, it's like, I'm so many things every day that if I'm going to have a man, like, I don't want to be this strong, like, businesswoman, like blah 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 with you. Like, I want to be able to be soft, like I want to be able to submit, and it's like a lot of y'all can't get me in that space. So yeah,
and it's not, I'm not trying to be funny and not saying like we're telling you gotta show up and show out, but it's like
I also think that men have a false reality of what is required to make a woman submit. I think that they think submit, and also too, that's probably why women don't like it. They think submit is like to be less than, or to like do as you're told, or like you said, like I'm gonna dog you out but you're still supposed to be with me. Like they have the wrong interpretation of submission, so they're not gonna get it. I feel like everyone needs to be re-educated, and like some people have it. Like that girl, she married her husband like very quick, right?
I don't remember.
Okay. I think so. Sorry if that's the wrong person, but yeah, like I just, when I watched the video and I got to see like her energy behind the words that she was saying, I was like, damn, like that's why I was like in that space. Like you could see it through.
And I do you think that every woman is capable of submitting?
No.
Talk to me about that.
And I don't know too much, but even like when people think about like what's the term I want to use? Like Caribbean women, like I always hear that they are so like passionate, for lack of a better word. Like they are very like independent, they're very intense. So it's like if you grow up with a certain mindset of like how you're supposed to be, or like how you talk to people or whatever, I just feel like some people aren't going to adapt. Like some people aren't going to change and be open to submitting. I think that some people just go off of the bad education, like you said, that like we have about certain stuff, or the trauma, so like they're not even open to what submission actually is.
I think every woman is capable of submitting, but every woman has different requirements on what it takes for her to submit, right? So some women, it's not going to take much. Some women, you going to meet them on the first date and they're like, yo, oh my God, I love the way he smiles. This is it. But someone was like, yo, you're going to have to show me that you got my back throughout no matter what, and that you're capable of leading for me to do that. And I think that's a lot of black women. You got to show them that you're capable of leading for them to be like, okay, you got it. I trust you. And I don't know if that's because black women are so used to being in control all the time or what, but that's it. Kevin? Oh, sorry. I thought you
I
had
was just
something to say.
answering your previous
Oh,
question.
okay. All right. Well, Cece,
Yes.
I had oodles of fun with you, girl.
Yes, this
Is there anything else that you want to talk about or you want to promote?
Y'all can follow me on Instagram, CC better CC me. Other than that, no.
I bitch, you better drop that studio.
Oh, well, I just be so like, I don't like to brag, but yes, I own a dance
Hell
school.
no, we starting that over. Ain't no, I don't like to brag. No, this is where you brag, ho.
Okay. So I own a dance school, CC School of Dance Arts. We're located in Lansdowne. We just celebrated our 6th season. So in September it'll be our 7th
Whew.
year.
I wish I had a daughter. I would so like support you.
It's and I'm fully to the point now where I feel like I can talk my shit. Like I feel like the first 3-4 years, it's like when you figuring business out, like you make mistakes and you figuring out the humps. But now it's to the point where it's like
I could pop my shit.
yeah, like I don't need to take anybody's kid. Like before, I would be like, please come, all come, everyone come.
Hell yeah.
You got a daughter? Oh, bring your daughter. You don't know. Now it's like I'm very selective and
Energy.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that made the team stronger or no?
Very much so, because I feel like nowadays, like the parents are very important. Like even with regular school, it's like everybody expects the teacher to raise their kid, and it's like it translates into the home. So that goes with activities. Like if your kid plays a sport or dance, whatever, it's like the parent has to be equally invested, or it's not going to make sense. And that's what I mean by like being selective, because it's like I used to have parents that would just drop their kid off and
I'll see you in 2 hours.
yeah, it's like I want the parent that's like going to sit in the parking lot and be trying to peek inside, like what y'all doing. I want to see the like. So that shit makes all the difference. Like some businesses is like money. The money gonna come like when the product is like quality, and when you got them people that really are like invested in what you do, they gonna speak for your quality, and then the people gonna come.
What's the dance school again?
CC School of Dance Arts.
And where can we find you at?
My dance school is CCSDAWAY _ on Instagram, and then my Instagram is CC better CC me. Yeah.
Woo woo. My message is always going to be the same. Make sure you guys follow us on the gram at Stormy PEA at Chocolate Chip and Sip. And if you are looking for more Chocolate Chip and Sip bonus content, hit us up on Patreon. Okay, click the link in the bio, sign up, and you can get access to so many things, whether it be behind the scenes clips, extra episodes, our monthly Skype meeting. Kevin is selling a pair of his drawers on there. It's wild. All right, holla at us on Patreon. And if you don't remember anything else, if you and your ex don't work out, kill that nigga. We love you and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye.
Boo, Dan sucks dick.